Hey everybody, welcome back out to the channel. It's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Today we've got an exciting video for you. We're going to be taking a look at a new double stack 1911. It's a Tisas B9R Carry. It's a budget option. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's take a quick look and see what we're talking about today. We are talking about a Tisas, which is a Turkish company. They are making some really high quality 1911s, budget minded, not necessarily high quality, but good for what you pay for type guns. And I think that's important in this day and age. And guess what? It comes with two 17-round magazines that are in the format of STI. And so this magazine fits in my staccato. I do have some staccatos which have, for my C2, which have some base plates that fit in my staccato C2 that don't fit in this gun, but a lot of the mags are interchangeable. And again, these Tisas work in there. I have not fired the staccato with these magazines. That'll be a subsequent video. One of the cool things about this is it does come cut with an RMSC style footprint, which is really cool. I have on here a Holosun. I'm going to review that optic in another video, so we'll get into that later. Right now, let's just talk about the gun. It has a 5-pound trigger. I've tested that on my trigger gauge. So let's just take a quick look. The gun is cocked, and so you can see it has a very traditional 2011, 1911. It does have a grip safety, so you have to make sure that is engaged. Has a pretty good little bit of take up that's just there, and then crisp, which is awesome. I love that. That's why people like 1911s, is there isn't a lot of mush. Just take that a little bit of trigger take up. I'm sure that there are trigger kits. I'm sure you could drop in more expensive components into this. They are supposed to be using tool machine parts, not MIM parts. So that is supposed to be one of the benefits of this Turkish company. And then it is a little bit of a heavier trigger. I usually expect it to be around a 4-pound or 3-pound trigger on 1911s. This is 5-pound. So a little bit heavier, but again, very crisp. Let's also just take a quick look at the interaction between the grip safety. So when it's out here, you cannot pull the trigger. I'm having a hard time. You cannot pull the trigger when it is out. When I depress it a little bit, let's get my fingers out of the way so I don't hurt myself. Press it a little bit, comes in right there, I can get it. So it's not all the way in, but a little part halfway, it starts to engage. Let's try that again, see if I can show that a little bit better. It comes into about halfway, and then you can engage that trigger. It doesn't have to be all the way in, which is good, because when you're taking a grip, maybe your grip isn't perfect, and then you're like, why the heck doesn't this gun work? It's, well, you didn't grab it properly and you don't have enough grip. Also has that little extension, which is awesome, so that it can get into your hand no matter your hand size. So I think that's very excellent. Has a great feel to it. It's a 4.2-inch barrel. I think if you are looking to get into the 1911 double stack market, it's chambered in 9mm market, this is an awesome gun for you, and you don't want to pay 3 times, 4 times, 10 times the price that someone would pay for this gun. You just want to test it. You want to do some competitions with this style gun. Carry Optics, which now has, you can shoot 1911s in single stacks. So there may be a division for you that you want to shoot this gun, try it out. I think it would do fantastic in that. Another thing that I'm not going to go into much, but just buyer beware. If it's the only video you ever see from me, check me out later, because I'm going to get into this. It has 3 slots, and you think, dude, I could put any light I want on there. The staccato rail has 1 slot, and it's out here. Most 2011s have a slot out here. A lot of lights out of the box don't fit with this. So stay tuned for another video that'll be coming up later on some solutions that I'm checking out for that. When I got this, I panicked. I said, oh, suck, that I don't like that. Streamlights, there's one key for the TLR7. I think it's the number 4 1913 rail adapter for the TLR7A. You can put on there. I don't know if you have the right keys. You may have to buy a subsequent kit. I actually have it, and I tried it on, and it works. But my Surefires, X300s, the TLR1, those things don't fit on here. And unless you have the right key for the 7A, it won't fit. but there are some solutions. I'll get into that later. Well, good golly, that was boring. Let's just get to shooting the stinking gun. Seems to work pretty well. Okay, well, in all seriousness, folks, that was AAC ammunition, 115 grain. I probably, at this point, I probably have close to 150 rounds to this gun. I've shot some 147 grain, 115 grain steel case, and that's where I've had problems. I've had problems with extraction and loading with it. I think they're all probably extraction. I think the steel case, it's having a harder time getting it out of the chamber after it expands. So I want to demonstrate that. I have a little clip of something that happened earlier today and me trying to get it, and then actually the case getting stuck in there. Okay, one of these steel cases got stuck in. It's not extracting. There we go. It had been spent and it just would not extract the steel case. Let's shoot some steel case ammunition and see how that goes. Again, this is MagTech steel case, 115 grain. And again, we got an extraction issue with that. Not sure if you can see that. The round is still in the chamber, and there's another one coming in. Make the gun safe. Round did fall to the ground, but the case finally just came out. It's having a hard time extracting the steel case, so let's try and shoot just a little bit more of it. Another one. Yeah, so another round that was not failure to extract. There goes a live round on the ground. Let's see if we can, there we go. Got it out that time. So it does not like steel case, which is, I find, a little bit ironic because Turkey is a NATO country. And again, so again, I don't think this, I actually had this on my first magazine. I was shooting this ammunition. I don't think, there it comes out. I don't think it's just break in. I think something with the extractor, maybe I can replace that. I don't know, but it does not seem to like this ammunition. That's okay, I only have a couple thousand rounds of it. All right, so we have some more 150 AAC, 115 grain ammunition. We've got a target. We're gonna practice our 2 to the chest, 1 to the head type draws. So let's get to shooting. Didn't quite have a good grip on it when I grabbed it in the holster that time. Yep, and there's a bad one out. You get all the fun stuff with trigger bar in here. Oh, we gotta do a reload. And what I reloaded with was AAC 147 grain. And this time I am using one of my spare staccato mags. It's an extended round 22, something like that, round magazine. Let's just test that for function. We're gonna try to go for some headshots at the 147 grain. Let's see how we do. All right, again, seems to be a very accurate handgun, shooting brass cased ammunition. Let's see how it does on some extreme defenders and some hollow points. Well, that was stupid. Of course, my camera is off. That was the one I said I dropped. These were the ones to the chest. These were the ones to the head. Looks like I dropped one. But again, pretty good shooting pistol, I would say. All right, well, I am at 10 yards. That's a little bit different taste. Again, these are the screw tip heads, Extreme Defenders. These are 68 grain plus P. They're going quite a bit faster. We're really just testing for function and where it hits on paper, if there are point of aim, point of impact shifts. Yeah, that was me. Okay, not bad. Again, I shifted back a little bit so groups are opening up, but those first 3 shots were pretty nice. I would say it handles these rounds. Probably would want to do a lot more testing. I don't have tons of them with me today. We're going to move on to some jacketed hollow points. All right, so again, we're back at 10 yards. First up, we have some Federal HSTs. We'll test these for reliability. I only have 4 of them. We can't even do a 5-shot group. That's how few rounds I have. I have more at home, but trigger bar isn't the best planner. Not the greatest group. Let's, without pasting up these holes, we're going to try the Spear Gold Dots, see how they perform. See how I perform. Okay, well, they all function. I can feel I'm anticipating a little bit of recoil. I shot a 460 Roland earlier today. I've got to get my head in the game, get my grip and everything mastered a little bit better. It could be just that the accuracy on this non-ball ammo just isn't as good too. I am scooted back. That's another thing. You can hear all my excuses all day long if you like, but I suspect many of you will unsubscribe as I keep talking more. Okay, I just want to show this real quick. I am all the way back at 25 yards. You can see the camera on my target down there. I am going to shoot some of these Extreme Defenders from 25 yards. We'll see how we do. See how this thing does at range. I seem to like this Extreme Defender. I don't know after bigger shot groups, maybe there's random 3-shot groups. But let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit of a Brad branch on you. Brad's my buddy. If you haven't checked out his channel, be sure to do that. When it gets hot in Oklahoma, he does part of his videos in the car. I just shot that 10-shot group. You caught it on my GoPro. Hopefully the way I edited it, it went from where I was shooting to all of a sudden you're only just seeing the video of the rest of the shots. My apologies. The camera overheated. My iPhone overheated and just stopped. So I've got the AC running in the car. I'm trying to cool it down. But what I had said at the end of my 10-shot group was it's good, not great. Definitely I've done better. Who knows? Again, maybe that ammo is bad in the gun. I got a random 3-shot group that was lucky. But at 25 yards, legit 25 yards, you know, shooting freehand with the pistol, that's not bad to get my shots. Mostly on paper. I went down range. You know, you've probably already seen that too, but I did have 2 or 3 flyers that went off the paper, off that 8-inch target, which isn't bad, because again, that 8-inch target is kind of the A zone that you'll see on people. So those are all decent hits at 25 yards. Maybe you get, you know, Charlies or things like that you don't want in your shooting competition, whatever. I think this gun is plenty accurate. I think anything in it has to do with ammo or the loose nut behind the gun. Once this camera cools down for a fair bit longer, I am going to go back out to the range. You can see, let me see if I can do that here. No, I can't. Once the camera cools down a little bit longer, I'm going to go back out, do a little bit of a burn down, meaning just kind of shoot some rounds as fast as I can on target, because I like to do that. I got to have fun. There's got to be some payday for me coming out here and doing all this stuff. But hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let's get to that part. All right, we're going to see how this ends up. I got a couple of targets down range. We'll do some hits to the body, hits to the head, move over to the other target at a little bit longer distance, and we'll see what we can do there. We're just going to kind of go on the up. Right, definitely could have gone faster, but hey, not bad. I am really liking this gun for what it is. This is a keeper, with that one exception that I talked about with the light situation. I think that's something we're going to have to get in a future video. If you have a lot of steel case ammunition, doesn't seem to like steel case ammunition. Let me know if you guys have one of the Tisas guns, if you've tried that in other of them. And some of the reviews I've seen, I haven't seen people complain about that or have issues. Could be my gun, could be a problem generally with the handgun. Don't know. Overall, I say this is a great gun. Be aware of that light situation and that rail situation. Love that it's pre-cut. Love this double stack. Love that they use STI mags. Hopefully these may be cheaper than the STI mags. I haven't checked on the Tisas website or seen a lot of availability on them. These things may be 30 or 40 papayas, and the STI mags may be like closer to 100 papayas. So these may be a steal if you also have some kind of staccato or some other type of gun that uses that format of magazines. So let me know what you guys think about the Tisas B9R. It does not roll off the tongue. DS double stack. I think it's a good gun. I think it's a good option. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below. If you'd like to see more content with this, if you have any questions. If you yourself have one of these guns, let me know what you think about it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Very few of you that watch my videos actually subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'm offering something that you find useful. If you do, please hit that subscribe button. I hope everyone has a great week. I hope everyone gets out to the range, and let's get to shooting.